They weren't paying any attention to you, Jason. Make them remember.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for checking out the Friday the 13th Network. I'm joined tonight by our good friend Nathan Barker from the Return to Camp Blood podcast and Ari Lehman's band First Jason lead guitarist Eddie Machete. What's up, dude? Happy New Year's to everyone. And tonight we're just hanging out. We're just talking Jason, having a good time. What's up, guys?
What up? Happy New Year.
Glad to be hanging out with everybody. Like he said, we're just chopping it up about Friday, New Year's Eve, where we're at. It's almost 11:30 p.m. Central Time, so in about a half hour, it's going to be 2018. So since we got a few Friday people together, as some of you probably know, Eddie, Ben, and I were linked up through First Jason, and we decided to ring in the new year together. And we thought, what better than to just chop it up with you guys, the loyal subscribers to Friday the 13th Network, to ring in the new year and just kind of reflect on 2017 and some things that are coming up in 2018. So, as some of you probably know, the network channel recently released an unofficial First Jason fan video shot by Ben.
That's right.
And featuring me as Jason, Eddie as a partier. We could just kick off and start talking about that, you know, how that came about and what we did. And if you haven't seen it, check out Friday the 13th Network. Check out the fucking video.
Yeah, how did that video start? How did we get the idea for When a Clock Strikes 13?
Well, the idea that you see in When the Clock Strikes 13 was essentially the original idea for it to be a monster. And there were some last minute changes to the schedule and the shooting plans. But being that we didn't get to do the original plans, we thought, well, hey, you know what? We'll just go ahead and do that. And that's essentially what you see. The campfire, the classic Friday shit, the partiers, Jason showing up, hacking motherfuckers. That was basically the original idea. So we just did it at a different location. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. But we all got together and basically did the original idea. So really nothing was changed. It was just a matter of, hey, we didn't get to shoot what we originally wanted to shoot. So that's what we did.
Right,
we did an unofficial video for When the Clock Strikes 13.
Yeah, we kind of finished what we started with To Be a Monster. We wanted to get that authentic Friday the 13th feel, Jason in the woods, the party, the campfire scene. So When a Clock Strikes 13, awesome video featuring our man over here, Eddie Machete, who's actually in the video. Eddie, you want to talk about that, any?
We did my scene at my house by my campfire, and it was blazing so big, it almost burned me down. I thought that my hair was almost on fire.
Nice. Well, you see Eddie in the video as one of the partiers, and then what he's referring to during the solo scenes, that was actually filmed at a different location. So for anybody that watches it and notices the camera might be a little bit different.
Hopefully you can't.
Yeah, hopefully you can't, but if you did, that's why. It was shot at a different location with a different camera, but Ben and his video ninja skills was able to piece it together and actually show Eddie jamming, you know, note for note. So, you know, check it out if you haven't. It's classic Friday shit. It's partying, it's campfire, it's Jason, it's murder. Fucking go check it out. But, you know, speaking of the album, speaking of First Jason, obviously we got some stuff coming up, but if I'm not mistaken, there's a tour, some touring dates, some shit kicks off in March. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about that?
We're doing a small tour, and then, can't say too much about it, but we're going to be doing a brand new song for a movie soundtrack. And that is going to be First Jason in a movie. I can't say the name of it yet, but that's going to be filming in April. And then we're doing a new song for that soundtrack.
So you're going to be in a movie?
Yep, the whole First Jason.
That is
with
so
Ari
cool.
Lehman. And yep, it's going to be quite a blast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Obviously, Ari's not here tonight, or he would be here with us, but, you know.
He's here in spirit.
He's here in spirit.
We got him here in spirit.
We
All
got
right.
the part one poster behind us. We have a photo of Ari and I from the Heed My Warning video shoot that we did 3 years ago. A promo pic of him and I. We got the boy in the lake. We've got some other Friday shit going on around us that you can't see right now.
We got some goodies around us.
We've got Jason necklaces and Jason shirts. Eddie's sporting a First Jason necklace made by his brother Bobby Hodgson, Come here, Bobby. Bobby's
Get in
with
here,
us
Bobby.
tonight,
What's
too.
up, man?
Come in here and make a cameo.
What's
Say
up,
what's
guys?
up, buddy.
Happy New Year.
Here's the guy behind First Jason
First
Necklaces.
Jason family right here.
Absolutely. Great guy right here. Makes awesome necklaces. Does custom orders. You can check him out on Facebook.
Right.
At First Jason
We'll
Necklaces.
throw their link in the description for you guys.
Absolutely. You
Make
can
sure you
also,
hit
I
them up.
believe, purchase them on firstjason.com. Is that correct, Bobby?
Mhm.
There you go. You
Yep.
can purchase them on firstjason.com. Also, you can keep up with tour dates and check out other shit on there. Purchase shit from Ari. Ari's got the slasher sauce, some signed memorabilia,
Machetes.
machetes, all kinds of good shit on there. So definitely check that out. So it was a great year for Friday the 13th fans. And just to name off a couple, like I said, not even to mention conventions, but Never Hike Alone. We had Never Hike Alone drop October 13th, and directed by my personal friend, good friend, Vincent DeSanti. He's been on my show, Return to Camp Blood podcast. He's actually going to be back on again in the near future. Great job done by Vince. The whole crew really breathed a batch of fresh air into the Friday franchise. We basically got
love
fucked
it.
over. We got dicked over out of the next installment, the 13th installment to the franchise. But this fan film, it doesn't even look like a fan film. It looks like something shot. I mean, come on.
It is part 13. It should be a real
Yeah.
film. It was. They did in Never Hike Alone what we have been wanting them to do, which I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but if you haven't seen it, you suck. You should have seen it already. But
Well, you know what? Fuck that. If you ain't seen it by now, it's been over 2 months.
yeah,
Shame on
yeah.
you.
You shouldn't even be watching
You
this
shouldn't be
video.
watching this shit.
Get
So
off.
you know what?
Yeah.
Fucking get rid of your internet because you fucking suck. So we're going to spoil it for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna spoilers. To bring back Tommy, I think the fact that a fan film could do that, and they couldn't even do that
Yeah.
for Freddy versus Jason, for Jason Goes to Hell, one of the more important films. It is part 13 to me.
Come on.
What I will say, though, is
It was a beautiful film.
as of right now on YouTube, I think it's streamed damn near 90,000 times. So basically, in about 60 days, it's had damn near 100,000 views. That's just going to continue to grow. Vince is making a lot of appearances on podcasts. He's doing interviews on horror-related websites.
Yeah.
He's been doing Q&As. Big props to him for making himself available. He also jams out on Friday the 13th, the game. Ben and I, we've played with him. I play with him regularly. So, he's
game.
jamming out on that. And yeah, we ain't got to that shit yet.
Not yet,
But,
gosh.
If you want to hear my personal thoughts on Never Hike Alone, my initial thoughts without getting too deep in it, just go to campbloodpodcast.com and check out a recent episode with Vince, or not with Vince, but just discussing the thoughts in general of me and one of my co-hosts, Landon Evanson. And in the near future, Vince is going to come on and he's going to basically answer all the more or less general questions or thoughts that people have. You can definitely check that out. And, what else? I mean, shit. There's been so much this year. The game. Friday the 13th, the game. I mean, come on.
The game.
Thank you.
We finally got. I'm not off the top of my head. What year was the Nintendo game released? I mean,
Shit. I don't
80s,
know off the
whatever.
top of my head.
20 years at least.
89 or
89, right? I mean, 20, almost 30 years. We have been waiting for a game like this. We finally got it. Blew me away. I mean, I know we've played it together. Everybody.
We're actually going to play that when we're done with this shit. We're going to jam the fuck
Oh
out.
yeah, of course. I gotta play it every day, man. The game. They have done an amazing job on it, and they just released Shelly. We got Fox.
Yeah.
Virtual Cabin
Ari.
2.0. Ari's in it.
Speaking of First Jason.
Ari's everywhere. You gotta have that.
Yep.
So, and it just, I think they got, I don't know, multiplayer of the year nominated for. I know they got nominated and won a lot of awards for it. So, absolutely, just an amazing game.
Yeah.
Finally.
The single player mode's finally out, so,
I've
Yeah,
been waiting
the
for that.
for people
Offline.
like Eddie who live out in the sticks.
In the
and can't-
cornfield.
Yeah, live in the middle of fucking cornfields that don't have internet access like everybody else on the planet. He can finally jam out on single player mode.
Finally.
So finally, yeah. After like 7 months now. So when he's not on tour, shredding,
Rocking with Ari.
melting faces. Great shit with the game. Obviously, it has its issues, and you can't please everybody with it.
Yeah.
But goddamn, that fucking game is just cinematic and fun to play.
I mean, they've just from Crazy Ralph's bicycle to if you read the newspapers, they just have little clippings in it. I mean, there's
Yeah.
every time I play it, there's another little Easter egg or something you didn't notice maybe the time before. So
Right.
and it's getting better and better. I mean, they're just releasing so many updates. I mean, how many updates have they released since it's been out? I mean, how many more
Numerous,
Jasons
yeah.
and clothes and everything that we've gotten. So
Yeah.
they've done an awesome job. I don't like the dancing though. I'm gonna throw that out there. Am I the only guy that doesn't like that?
I'm not a big fan either. I mean, it's whatever.
I just, dude.
It's kind of like taunts in other games, like
Taunting.
You know, I'm a big fan of Last of Us, and there's a bunch of taunts in Last of Us. So to me, it's kind of like just unnecessary. You know, there's enough douchebag shit with online gaming. Like I just think it's kind of unnecessary. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, lots of good other shit. We've had good merchandise. Fright Rags put out great shit. T-Villains put out awesome shit. We've had figures. We've had just tons of good shit. London 1888, they put out some dope shit. I mean, I don't even know. The list just keeps going on.
We got a lot of good stuff this year.
But I mean, I think primarily the high points are Never Act Alone and the game.
Video.
You guys would probably agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, considering that our film got canceled and earlier this year,
And the first Jason videos.
Yep, we got to give a plug out to those because like I said, there's To Be a Monster, and then there's the unofficial When the Clock Strikes 13, which we had an awesome time with that. That was really a kick-ass our tribute to the franchise, essentially Classic Friday shit. But also, if you watch that, there's nods to the video game, which I won't say what they are, but there's a couple nods to the video game in there as well. So it was kind of the setting and the premises behind it and the nods to the game. You know, it was all done for a reason. So check all that shit out. We hope you enjoy it. It's on YouTube. If not, just check his shit out.
Yeah, check my shit out. We got tons of good stuff for you to watch. We do 13 on 13, which is a monthly Friday 13th news update, as well as just some few other fun videos. I try to do a little animation and did a Christmas special. The 12 days of Christmas at Camp Crystal Lake. Just trying to have fun, breathe new life into Jason. Kind of like the fan films, kind of like the video game have done this year. How many years have we waited now? Since 2009 for a new film. I think this is the longest that we've had to wait in between Fridays. So anything that we can do, I know, your podcast, anything that we can do to just keep Jason alive. Obviously, Eddie, you're a fan. You're on stage with Ari and stuff. Just keeping Friday the 13th out there as we wait for another film. I mean, really, that's the main thing, right?
Yeah.
The films.
We all know that it's going to happen at some point. It's just a matter of time. But obviously, that ain't going to be today. So it's big props to Vincent DeSanti, Womp Stomp Films, Never Hike Alone. Check it out on YouTube. Big shout out to Ben, Friday the 13th Network, for doing what he does and all of his loyal subscribers. And him and I are going to bring you some new shit. Like I said, collaborating with my show, Return to Camp Blood podcast. You can check that out, campbloodpodcast.com. We're also going to do a sister show because I've had people screaming out to me to do a general horror show, which is about to launch right after New Year's. So within the next couple days, we're going to start that. It's Death Curse Radio, deathcurseradio.com. Ben's going to be on board for that. So we're going to have general horror shit going on with that. Big props to First Jason, Eddie Machete, Ari Lehman, and the crew for bringing new music out. They've got new shit in the works. FirstJason.com on that. Just give everybody some likes, give everybody some shares. Social media has a super reach when it's used in the right way. So show some love for the Friday people. It's much appreciated.